What's up, comic fans?
What's up?
So much enthusiasm in the room tonight. Can you tell? Welcome to Crypto Comics Couch.
Hey, so, unlike most of you, I am Matt. How's it going?
How do you know? Maybe that could be Matt. You don't know this.
Well, I said most of
you.
I didn't say all of you.
You can't just assume names, Matt. It's 2021.
I said most.
Can't do that. Can't do that anymore.
Welcome, my crypto comic compatriots. We are back with another edition of the Crypto Comics Couch.
Or as we call it, live streams, where Matt forgets to silence his cell phone notifications.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Checking in with chat. Rose Kirby comes in and says, "Hey, good morning from the UK, and hello, everyone. Love, joy, and happiness."
Andrew good Dodge morning.
Andrew Dodge says, "Hey, Crypto Comics patrons. Hope everyone is having a great night." Nobody Lizard says, "Hello. How's everyone doing tonight?" Also, anyone else glad Facebook is back up and running? I was hoping they were going to be down for a few days. I got a lot of work done with Facebook.
So did I.
Andrew Dodge says, "Glad to be here." T3 says, "Hello, everybody." And DigiArtist says, "Matt may forget to turn his phone off, but let's hope that he's got the right web pages queued up." Well said. Well said. What's with the silence, Matt?
I got them queued up. They're right there.
Okay. Should we jump right into it then? Why not?
Already?
Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Well, first we got to make an announcement for the newsletter giveaway.
Oh, yes.
So, Mark Edgar, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Congratulations. You want a swag pack? Jump onto your dashboard and hit us up with your name and address so we can get that shipped out to you. Thank you. And if you guys are wondering what that's all about, if you sign up for our newsletter, we're starting to give away swag packs every month for it. So, if you have not yet, go sign up. If you are a part of it, then you are already in for drawings. Congratulations.
Nice.
Outside of that, we got crowdfunding. So let's see, what do we got? We got Tales from the Institute going out by Vivid over on Indiegogo. They're killing it. That one's looking awesome. XCT Monsters, Sean Keenan, comics movies. All the XCT books are always absolutely rad. And then upcoming, we got Aurora. That's coming out, I believe, on the 14th of this month. That one's looking pretty sweet. One's by our old friend T3 Comics, a.k.a. Tom Rapka. It looks like you have it pulled up on screen. Hopefully you do. Yeah. That is looking sick. So everybody needs to go and check that out. I'm going to drop a link in the chat real quick.
I just did.
Oh, never mind. You beast, you. So yeah, jump up on there and then click the little follow button, and then that way you'll get notified when he goes live. We're actually planning on doing a live stream for that one too, so that'll be pretty cool.
Oh, that will be.
Yeah, he's working
There's
with
so much cool stuff in this.
He's working with a lot of cool people in this book, so looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Nobody's Leader says, don't forget Tales of Tesla. That's right. Tales of Tesla is still in crowdfunding. Looking awesome.
That was so cool because it's a subscription model. So yeah.
Which is weird to see on Indiegogo, or Kickstarter, but it makes sense.
That one's on Kickstarter, yeah.
Mr. Steiner comes in saying, good evening, my crypto boys. What's up, man? How you doing, Nick?
Hey.
How you doing, Star-Lord? Everybody's like, what the hell is he talking about? Nick dressed up as Star-Lord at a convention and threw out Crypto Comics t-shirts to the crowd with us. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
I miss conventions already. T3 says, thanks, guys. Go follow the Aurora pre-launch page. Yes, go do that. That way you get notifications and updates when everything gets changed or when they go live. Rose Kirby says, does that mean I've got to sign up? There's going to be a problem. I'm watching with only one eye at the moment. You don't have to sign up for the newsletter, but it's kind of handy. Lindsay throws together some relevant information each week and little updates and lets everybody know who we're doing streams with and what's going on with the system and neat new features in the system and
all sorts of good info.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. So if you're looking at doing that, you just go to cryptocomics.com and it'll actually be the first thing that you see underneath the homepage video. You'll see a little section that says, want a chance of winning swag pack? Sign up here. And you can do that. Yeah. Nobody says already done to T3 Comics, and T3 says you're awesome. Was talking about me, by the way. Clearly. Clearly thinks that I'm the one that's awesome. For announcements, just let everybody know we may or may not have a stream later on this week. We will keep everybody up to date by using social media, so keep an eye out on there. But if we don't
now that social media is back up,
now that Facebook's alive again. But if you don't see us on Thursday or Friday, we will see you again on Couch on Monday.
Yeah,
with our happy little faces. All right, let's get into the news.
Oh, so
some cool news. So NFT news.
With, I guess NFT news. Okay.
Well, you clicked the button. Why are you acting surprised? All right. 12-year-old coder helps develop an NFT collection that's made over $5 million in 3 weeks. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This headline is a little bit clickbaity.
It is.
Because the 12-year-old coder did help write the code for the blockchain, which is rad. But the NFT was also made by like people from Marvel and DC and Disney and all that kind of stuff. So we're talking about like a 12-year-old all by himself here.
Can I actually show those NFTs?
Yeah, why not?
Are we allowed to? Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the fungible. I can't even pronounce
fungible. Really?
Thank you.
Matt?
I don't know why I'm having a hard time pronouncing that today.
Dude.
So these are actually kind of cool looking.
JD Smith comes in and says, fake news. Some of these characters are pretty rad.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of digging them.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. A lot of them are kind of just variations on the same type of character, but I still think they're pretty cool.
Well, that's what we had with like Crypto Kitties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Crypto Kitties is a lot like that. Check in with chat. Murdoch64 says, hey guys, how goes it? Pretty good. How you doing, Murdoch? Illusion says they're actually pretty cool looking, which is true. Jay Smith says, looks like a bunch of bull to me. You witty jokester, you. So let's see. Oh, the next NFT news article is something that I think Digi is going to be super, super into. So next up on NFT news, Lil Nas X. Please don't yell at me if I just said that wrong. I probably did. Did I say that wrong or is that right? Is it
Lil Nas?
Is it Nas? Nas? Like
Nas.
In my day, there was only one Nas to worry about. Now there's like 19 of them. Anyway.
Well, this one's the little one.
Okay, so the little X one is actually going to drop official TikToks as NFTs, which is weirding me out.
Yeah. Oh boy. See, I predicted a day when we're going to be using these as, like actual
I mean,
media.
an
Like,
NFT can be many things. And here's the way I see
yes.
it. Wheaties, the cereal, is great as being cereal. You can do a lot of things with a box of Wheaties.
Hmm.
But Michael Jordan was still on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know where I'm going at with this, guys. I have no idea what the
So
hell
are
is
you
going on.
saying you want Wheaties to come out with their NFTs of like all their covers?
I'm not against it, actually. You know what? Who are we? It's probably happening right now already.
Probably.
But I'm telling you guys, as soon as the Monster Mash crew comes out with an NFT, your boy's going to be all over it. If they come out with a Booberry NFT, I'm in. I am in.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, I love that cereal. All right. Nobody's Loser says, no, you said it right. It's NAS. See,
Nas.
okay, so I guess I said it right. Nas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nas.
All right. Andrew Dodge says, promise fulfilled to Tesla plutonium level backing without the reward tiers, since I'm also set up with a Titanium Founders membership. Damn. So you're going to be listed as a producer on those books, and that's going to be pretty sick. I ain't going to lie. That'll be pretty cool, Andrew. Like being able to see your name in there as a producer of the book. I think that's pretty rad. You deserve it. For real. Nobody's Loser says, congratulations. Murdoch says, enjoy the discussions. Makes one of you. Yes. All right. Don't say that too many times. It gets to our ego. You know what I mean? JD Smith says he's got to cash in on that 15 minutes as much as possible. I'm going to be totally honest with everybody. I don't have any idea who the hell this guy is. All I know is it's a pretty big deal that he's selling NFTs of TikToks. So should I know who he is? Is this one of those
Okay, he
situations where
actually
I'm just
did
old?
a really good cover of Jolene by Dolly Parton. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't he also the one that came out with the shoes recently that had there was the satanic shoes with a drop of blood in each one? And then he got shut down by Nike because he was using like Nike shoes to do it.
And wasn't supposed to be using Nike shoes? This is news to me, dude. I don't know.
No, so okay, he took a pair of Nike shoe, like
Okay.
666 pairs of Nike shoes, and had them all colored a certain way, so like they were all custom made to be the satanic shoes, and
So
then each
blood
one of them had a
shoes?
drop of blood.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the blood shoes that Digi Artist here is talking about. He says, I know he's a controversial music artist who likes so okay, so he's a musician. I assumed he was with the name of Nas, because
Yeah,
Nas
like,
was a rapper. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
In
dude,
my
you can't
day,
top Nas.
you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
so. Hold on here. Nobody's Loser says, really, you haven't heard of Old Town Road?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did Old Town Road.
That's a country song, right?
It's kind of country hip
Okay.
hop.
Okay. Even my mom knew Old Town Road. She didn't listen to much music. I think I know that. Okay, so maybe I don't, because I thought that was Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus kind of sings backup on that.
Oh, okay, but I am thinking of the right song then.
Yes.
Noted. All right, y'all.
You
guys,
seriously though,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
get
check
hip
out
with
his
it.
cover of Jolene.
I'm usually pretty decent at keeping up with like social norms and everything like that. But guys, when it comes to like modern music, I fall flat on my face, guys. I'm still listening to Pennywise. You know what I mean? I got concert tickets for tomorrow to see In This Moment. Like, I'm not really, the norm kind of a thing.
Okay.
So it happens. Murdoch says he's a rapper. Nas, the Nas I was talking about, or this one? This one's also a rapper?
Both.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Zolik comes in. What's up, Zoo? Says, hello, my brothers. What's up, man? How you been? Nobody's Illusion says, wow, noted. Ooh, I feel okay. Damn, Illusion. You ain't gotta call me out like that. Andrew Dodge says, yep, Nas and Billy Ray Cyrus did Old Town Road. Okay, cool. Nick
Seriously
Steiner
though,
says,
man,
hell yes, in this moment. See, Nick's got my back.
check out his cover of Jolene. It's actually really good.
I'll try to check it out if I remember. I mean, keep in mind, guys, I got guitars in the background on turntables. You know what I mean? I love me some old school hip hop, but even then, old school hip hop to me, I think is probably considered ancient to everybody else at this point. You know what I mean? So,
Dude, what are you talking about? Earlier today, I was listening to Rapper's Delight, man.
oh, I love that. Love that jam.
That like 13-minute version.
Hip hop. Oh, dude. You jam for so long with that. Deal says,
yeah.
drawings on leash. Right on, dude.
Nice.
Rose Kirby says, hey, Fry, the Monster Mash. Do you mean the TV series or the song? So here's where it gets crazy. All right.
Here it goes. Okay.
Hey, Rose opened the door. Rose opened the door for this, guys. Okay. So
you've just let out his inner Jared.
When I was a little kid, okay, maybe I wasn't that little. I think I was like 6, 7 years old, something like that. Anyways, I was young. This movie came out called Monster Squad. And real ones will remember this movie. It was a terrible movie by today's standards. So please don't go out thinking that I'm recommending this thing. But it's like Goonies, but dramatically lower quality. But I loved that movie. Dude, I loved that movie. I don't know why. I loved everything about that movie. And then around the same time, they came out with the Monsters cereal. And at that point, I was just hooked. I started watching like all the old school, like Universal monster pictures, like all that kind of stuff. Here, y'all, you guys want to see? All right, we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to show just how bad this addiction is, guys. Hold
on. Guys, you asked for it. Now, suffer. Suffer along with me. This is all your fault, people. Oh, wow. Hey, didn't you get that on your birthday?
Yeah. When this cereal comes out, I buy it in bulk because I get terrified that the stores aren't going to have it when I want it. And yeah, so just so that everybody is aware, I'm that kid. I am that fat kid internally.
So let me ask you though, can you actually eat them all before they expire?
That's the beautiful thing is you keep them all sealed the way that they come like that. You know what I mean? Because those are all each of the 3 boxes are bagged individually and they're shrink wrapped together, so they're perfectly good. Plus, it's bags inside of the boxes, so they stay good no matter what through the whole year. I mean, I end up running out, right around August-ish, but that's right about when my birthday rolls around, late July. And that's when the Monster cereal start coming back on sale again, if you know where to look for it. But yeah, I order it in bulk. So I only buy cereal for myself like once a year. I just buy a lot of it. And I keep it stored throughout my house. Like Matt's been over here. Jared's been over to my house. Like my garage has boxes of cereal in it. Bedrooms have boxes of cereal in it. I've got like areas underneath my stairs that I stockpile boxes of Monster cereal. It's like, that's my addiction. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh man, how do you do the comic books and stuff? I don't buy as many comic books during the months that I'm resupplying myself with Monster cereal. A lot of people don't realize that. I don't. Wow. I can only afford one Vice at a time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Murdoch says, had not heard about the shoes. Wolfman's got nards. Hey, see, Digi knows the movie. I like Digi. Digi, you need to come on our show one of these times. Let's see. Andrew Dodge says, oh no, we're the same age, Fry. I'm talking Grandmaster Flash. Oh, yeah. Yes. Run DMC is friggin' amazing, man. The best jam to throw on if you're riding a motorcycle is Tricky. And it's also,
that is my ringtone, man.
Yeah, you throw that thing on when you're riding a motorcycle, and immediately you will realize you're doing about 3 times the speed limit and breaking every law known to man. Nobody's Loser says, wow, it's a lot of cereal. It is. It's a little ridiculous, though. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I have had like really pretty decent relationships with women fall apart because of my addiction to Monster cereal. This has honestly happened, guys. I've had women look at me and say, you're a grown-ass man. Why are you buying children's cereal in bulk? And then, of course, I get offended and I, kick them out of the house because nobody needs that kind of negativity in their lives. You are worth more than that. Enjoy your Monster cereal, people.
But seriously, dude, you're a grown-ass man.
I don't give a shit, dude. We both got comic books surrounding us right now. If cereal is my downfall, then let it be my downfall. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm sure that would be more expensive. Dan says, hello, Matt and Fry. How y'all doing tonight? Really good, man. How are you?
Awesome. How about you?
Glad you could join us, dude. Andrew Dodge calls me a cereal hoarder. It's not that bad. I keep it very, very organized. It's easy to do when there's only 4 different boxes. So
have you ever had to sit through an intervention or anything?
Are you going to stage an intervention for my Monster cereal? Is that what
I'm thinking maybe.
Bro, I will burn that whole building to the ground directly after I pull all my Monster cereal out of that building. If I come home and you and Jared and the rest of the team are sitting in a circle, it's on. Y'all had better be preparing a fight club because that's all that's going to happen in there.
Well, we wouldn't be talking about it if we did.
J.D. Smith Danger says, Crutchy just ordered a custom Grand Tier Count Chocula bag.
He's got a one up.
He goes, just kidding. And then all of a sudden, Andrew Dodge says, I should. Dan says, I'd kick him out too. See, we got cool people in our stream. T3 says, the old 80s Batman cereal.
Oh,
that one was rough, though. Do you remember that one?
I do. Barely, but yeah.
It was basically like Captain Crunch with no sugar. So you'd get all the sandpaper against the roof of your mouth with none of the fun. You know what I mean? Lucia says, laugh my ass off. You're a grown-ass man. Why are you ordering children's cereal? It happens. Rose Kirby says, can you remember the song? It would be a good one for a playlist for Halloween. Which song? Could I remember which song? All right, y'all. Here's what we're going to do.
Ash?
During this stream, I want everybody inside of the chat to start dropping your number 1 and number 2. Make them separate, though, so when we pull it up on the screen, it's not all huge. But your number 1 and number 2 choice to put on the most epic Halloween mix.
There's one that has to be included.
The Monster Mash song?
No, Thriller.
Ooh, see? I wouldn't have even gone with Thriller right off the bat.
Really? It's not Halloween until Thriller.
For me, it's the old school MC Hammer Addams Family song. I know it's terrible, guys. I know. All right, come on. I love Halloween.
The Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters was great too. T3 says he kills those salad-sized bowls of cereal. I think we can call him a serial killer. Okay, so true story. Growing up, I never used cereal bowls because I felt like they were too small. So I'd use Tupperware bowls.
See,
like the mixing ones.
Anytime there was actual peanut butter Captain Crunch, that was my jam right there.
And then I moved out on my own, and instead of using bowls, I just started pulling the whole bag out of the box of cereal. I'd open the top and just pour the milk into the bag. And the problem is I'll still do that. Like if we're working really late, I need something to munch on. Bro, here's something that people don't realize. You take that little flattened bag, right? You pour a little bit of milk in that thing. You can sit it comfortably in your lap just up against your chest. And you can just sit and dig down and, you know what I mean? You get yourself a disposable spoon. You don't even have dishes. I'm telling you. Many years. Don't get brave and lean it against computer equipment or your desk or anything like that. That's when mistakes happen. Keep it close.
I take it you've done that?
Oh, bro. I could write a book on this. I've got 3 little sisters who are absolutely addicted to breakfast cereals now because growing up they never got any. You know what I mean? Like, we could get one of my sisters on this stream right now. You could be like, what was the worst part about growing up with Andrew? And the first thing they would say is nobody ever got to eat cereal. Because I'd get the box and I'd just pour it right in the bag and let's go. You know what I mean? I'd walk out of the house that way. I'd be walking down the road playing with my friends with a friggin' bag of cereal in one hand. It was amazing. Have you ever tried to walk back home with a cereal bowl in your hand? It's uncomfortable. It's hard to ride your bike. Dan says, I'm tired from working all dang day. I had a date for Venom, but the girl I was supposed to go with ended up going with my coworker. All right.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you right now, just go. Go by yourself, homie. For real.
Dude, it's worth it. But man, that's cold.
That show is mint. And make sure you stay for after the credits. We will not spoil anything. But I will say that this is the first time that me and Matt have agreed that it is the best end credit scene that we've seen.
Yep.
So it is awesome. Illusion says she's wheezing. Please don't do that. Every time she puts wheezes in there, I immediately imagine that what if she's asking for help? Like, what if she needs an inhaler or something right now? And this is our stream is her only way. You know what I mean? That's not that outlandish when you think that Andrew Dodge was in the chat. Like, I just snapped my ankle. I'm just waiting for the ambulance show up. Gonna keep watching you guys. Might not talk as much. No.
So all right.
Running too quick.
If you're wheezing, go seek help.
Gypsy says he keeps it hidden around the house in case his old self falls down. He can always find a box to survive. Okay. In the cereal fan community, Gypsy Leaf, we refer to this as strategic placement. Thank you.
I thought we referred to it as a addiction.
More of a chat. Teacher Comic says that stuff made your stomach bleed, your gums. Oh, you're talking about that Batman cereal? Yeah.
Oh.
Your like knuckles would be bruised. You're like, what happened? I just get in a fist fight with a grown raccoon or something? Like,
wow.
Raccoons are mean, y'all. Mean. Jay Smith Didyartis says, oof, sounds like Kix. Oh, I love Kix cereal. Kix cereal was really good. I haven't seen Kix cereal.
Get that generic Kix all the time. That was rough.
Comes in the big bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Jason, what's up, man? Coming in on Facebook saying, hey, how's it going? Jay Smith Didyartis says, monsters rule, okay? From the Monsters Club movie soundtrack. It's a treasure. Okay, good one. Andrew Dodge says, number one for Crutchy, A Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Duff and the Fresh Prince. Damn, that's a good one. That's a good one, too. Rose Kirby says, everybody, if I can find it, the Monster Mash. That's a good one. Keith Reese says, I used to pour hot cocoa mix over my cereal. That's diabetes. 100%.
So?
Woo. Andrew Dodge, do you remember the Fat Boys Ready for Freddy? Oh my God, I do. That one was that Nightmare on Elm Street 3, right? That was the Dream.
No, it was 2, wasn't it?
The Dreamwalkers or whatever. It was the same one that, if I remember right, and I could be wrong here, guys. Somebody Google this and correct me if I'm wrong, going off of a really terrible memory. But I'm pretty sure that was where they also tied in the marketing for the movie in with that NES game. And the NES game was absolutely horrible because you were stuck in a junkyard the whole damn time and could never get out of the stupid junkyard.
Now who's playing with power? Yeah. The Power Glove. Oh,
I love the Power Glove. Nobody's Illusion says I'm really learning a lot about you guys tonight. I'm sorry.
We're gonna just start losing subscribers. And like, really?
It's just like, oh, you would love your cereal? Unsubscribed. Click dislike. He did not mention my favorite cereal. Nicholas Steiner says Venom was awesome. It was.
Yes, it was.
Oh, let's see. Andrew Dodge says, of course I remember. Nobody's Illusion says, nah, I'm good, but thanks for caring. Dan says, all right, I'm gonna do it. Do it, bro. Do it. That show is so good. Doc and Dream Warriors. Oh, wait, Dream Warriors. That was the name of the Nightmare on Elm Street. The Dream Warriors. I think.
I
think
it's been so long.
For Crutchy, not so much Rose. Kicks are actually good. Jay Smith says
No, they're not.
generics kicks. Are they called kicks? They probably could be. Deidre Comics says not yet, but I'm going to keep trying. Digi says I think Ready for Freddy was around the 4th movie. Oh, that. Okay, so I might be wrong then. I might be totally off. I just remember that.
I'm gonna have to marathon them tonight.
Oh, dude.
It's been so long.
Me and the kids have been talking about doing that for a while. Yuka's coming in on YouTube saying hi. Hey, what's up? Hey, we got a lot of TCT fans in here, man. What's up, everybody?
I know.
I keep saying, let's just get Zeal. You still in chat? Get your butt on the stream. You want on the stream? Shoot me a message. Zeal. Get him in here. Andrew Dodge says, are you ready for Freddy? Was released in 1988. So, yeah, it couldn't be third. Couldn't be the third one, right? 88 would have been way further than the third movie, wouldn't it?
I think so. Like
Niles,
I said, dude, it's been so long.
Niles comes in. What's up? On YouTube saying, any song by the Slash Street Boys. I do not know that reference, so now I've got to check it out.
I have learned a long time ago to never Google anything while on the stream.
Usually anything that Fry tells you to Google, don't do that.
Yeah.
There's a great story we could tell you guys about Jared in the middle of the Annex convention in Salt Lake, but we can't get into that.
When we were going for breakfast?
Yeah. It was... I thought it was funny until he didn't realize it was a joke. Dan says, someone tells Zeal to make a classic game. Zeal. Dude. Homie. Make a classic gaming episode. Yeah. Oh, God. You know what? I don't know why this just popped in my mind, but you know what game I want to see him do on there? Do you remember the Domino's Noid? There used to be an NES game.
I remember.
The Noid. You remember that game?
Yeah.
That game was rad. That's what I want to see that. Throwing out random ass games that nobody knows about and shit.
Dude,
no. Bro, what the fuck?
The Super Nintendo Maximum Carnage, because I mean Venom just came out, so
good one. Illusion says, hello, TCT peeps. Dan says, someone tells Zeal to do an episode on that. Sean says, my boys. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Sean?
Dan says, LOL. Dave Smith says, Rose, Halloween by either Misfits. Ooh, or Samhain. Yeah, anything by Misfits really fits in.
Mm-hmm.
Love Misfits. Dan says the game was awesome and hard. It was hard. Sean Kinnan says, so interesting you guys are talking about NFTs today, as I was about to call Fry about XCT NFT project. Call Fry. I mean, not right this second, obviously, but call Fry after the stream. Let's do it.
Or call him now and I'll run the stream.
We could do that too. I'll just pretend I'm not on speakerphone so that everybody can hear. No, I'm just kidding. Andrew Dutch says Amazon has a 3-pack of Monster cereals for $13. Sam's Club actually has them for $8.50 for the 3-pack with free shipping. Or they did. They might not now.
Oh,
Sam's Club is where you go. You buy the membership for 1 month, stock up, and then cancel membership.
But this is Andrew Dodge. I mean, he's going to get the ones that are signed, and graded, and
oh, I feel bad.
He works.
I think he might be employed through Amazon or an Amazon affiliate. So maybe I shouldn't have said that. That was probably kind of rude of me to say. That'd be like me being like, go to Crypto Comics and read a book by Andrew Dodge, and then somebody else goes, or you could get it on blah, blah, blah. Nick Steiner says, anything from Ghost is solid Halloween music. May I make a recommendation to reach a little further back in the catalog to when they were recognized as Ghost BC, though? Little eerier back then. It's a little more better produced now. Back then, it was rough and had that real cool vibe to it.
I like the kind of rough stuff a little bit better. So
that's what she said.
I had
to do it.
One per show.
I had to do it before Amy could put that in chat before I had a chance. So,
you know what? I want to listen to some like Rob Zombie. You know.
Ooh, Rob Zombie's good.
Oh yeah,
he's very good. Okay, so general news. Let's keep going here with the news.
Oh, I forgot. We are on general news. Okay. So kicking that off, comics are running out of paper.
Oh God, hold on. Niles said, I just sent you guys a video on Messenger. Just to let you know, Niles, we cannot open Messenger while like on the stream. I have mine open though because I had invited Zeal to join us. But we can't play the song during the stream because it's copyright. But yeah, the Slash Street Boys look absolutely legit. I'm gonna put it that way.
I will check it out.
Okay, so yeah, there's not enough paper in America for comic books. This is official. I know this sounds ridiculous, but because of everything that happened with COVID, and I mean, people are seeing like shortages on chips, shortages on technology supplies, like all these things. It's now migrated over to paper. So if you are one of those people,
paper? At the beginning of COVID, it was toilet paper. Now it's comic books. Come on, man.
So if you're one of these people that ran out to Costco and bought 64 rolls of ass wipe, I blame you if I'm not able to get my next Kickstarter. Okay? Personally. Just saying. Don't be that dude.
We will call you out by name, people.
Yes. Yeah, so a big thing is that COVID actually really negatively hit the logging community. And now we're seeing the long-reaching aspect of that. So less trees, now less paper, less printing, less comics. But it's not limited to just that. I mean, there's also a big problem right now with inks are coming up in short supply, especially a lot of the inks that are used in comics that are like, what do they call it, symmetrical oil based for digital printing. They're having a hard time with that. So yeah, what does that mean for us? That means that the cost of producing those books is going to go up. No matter what you do, it's gonna go up. Supply and demand. You know what I mean? Welcome to the world. And because of that, that means that the average price is expected to go up by the end of next year to $9 for cover price, which is sad. I've never been huge on the bandwagon of like, raise minimum wage. But as soon as I saw that $9 estimate, I was like, nobody should work for an hour and not be able to afford a comic book for doing so. Like, that's rough. You know what I'm saying? And I understand everybody. I know that the cost of food's going up. The cost of fuel is going up. The cost of living is going up. I get it. I'm not saying that none of those things matter. I'm just saying that comic books matter more to me.
Yeah, so you're saying you would rather be paid in comic books, one comic per hour that you work?
If I was, I mean, if I had to come down to it, sure. I didn't say anything like that, but now that you're mentioning it that way, yes. Sean, take 1 hour of my time with this phone call later on and hook me up with a comic, please. Thank you.
Hey, that's the way to do it.
Let's see. We got Yuka on here giving us hearts. Thanks, Yuka. Lucian says, wow, that's interesting. Rose Kirby says, I meant songs for a playlist to play on Halloween. We're trying to help, Rose. I've been listing off the songs as they've been chatted. We're running through them quick. Everybody keep in mind, we're building Rose Kirby a playlist for Halloween. So if you guys can think of great Halloween songs, throw them in the chat. And Rose, just keep listening closely because I'm spitting, firing them out as fast as they come in. We got Les coming in saying, hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late to the party. Always late, fashionably. J. Smith DeJarda says, yeah, now Marvel has more excuses to charge $7. And then right after that goes, 9?
Yep.
So 9 is an estimate. Keep that in mind. That is just an estimate.
But now that you say that, DC and Marvel watch our shows, so they're going to be like, yeah, 9 works. Okay.
I think the people from DC that watch our shows are just trying to be like, what is Fry going to say that I can sue him for at this point? I think that's all that's going to happen.
Just wait and see.
Just saying. Nobody just says, wow, that's just sad. It does suck. It does. You could say.
So how much were comics when you started, when you actually started buying comics?
I don't remember, but that's probably not fair because my godfather owned a comic book shop. So I never actually bought comics when I first started reading. I would go in and sweep floors, clean glass, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Get paid in comic books.
Yep.
There you go.
It worked for me then. It'll work for me now. Yuka says, worried about getting the Zalk Unleashed books. Better start doing more digital. I mean, that's a good thing. There's
Yeah.
a couple of handsome fellas on the screen right now that might be able to tell you about a good place to find some digital comics. Cryptocomics.com/u/ I want to say it's there's going to be under /TCT Comics, I think is what Deal's under
Do you want me
on
to
his
look it
account.
up?
Yeah, you probably should. But yeah, go there or find your favorite creator on the system. It doesn't have to be TCT. There's also guys like T3s right here in the chat, stuff like that. Sign up underneath them. Right now, you can read a whole bunch of books for free, including a whole bunch of TCT comics. Check them out. Leave reviews. We're about to go live. You can buy everything digitally. And Bob's your uncle. Super easy.
Bob's your uncle, huh?
It's been a long time since I said that. I feel like I should say that more. Yeah, dude, I'm so good at guessing usernames.
TCT Comics. Yep.
Yeah. Dan says that is crazy news. Digi says, man, could cutting down several publishing so many redundant titles, all a la several X-Men books, multiple Spideys, etc., be in their best interest. That's a really good point. I think it could be.
So I think it's actually going to increase the amount of redundant titles.
You think so? Think they'll do shorter
just
runs?
because. Well, for example, let's look at DC. Right, DC has got some amazing characters. You have Red Tornado, Elongated Man. I mean, Zatanna, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, all that kind of stuff. But they mostly focus on Superman titles. You'll have 4, 5 Superman titles, 4 or 5 Batman titles, usually a Wonder Woman title and a kind of limited series Wonder Woman title running roughly the same time. The reason being is because they don't have to worry about what's going to sell next. They already know it's got a prepackaged consumer base. So we already know that everybody's going to go buy all the new Batman titles. We don't know if they're going to go buy the new Blue Beetle Booster Gold. So I think we're going to see a surge of the redundant titles.
So I think what Matt's trying to say is that if you want to save comics, don't buy DC titles.
Know what I'm trying to say?
I'm kidding.
If you want to save comics, stop buying toilet paper in bulk.
Good one. I like that. Dan says, this makes me worry for TCT Comics to survive. They sell a lot of physical versions. Look, it's hard on all indies right now. But it has been, to be honest with you guys, the last 2 years. COVID absolutely flipped this market upside down. Nothing is the same today as it was before COVID when it comes to indie comics. That being said, though, a lot of fans have drifted more towards digital for readers and backing things like crowdfunding campaigns or like, TCT. They do print on demand. Those kind of things really hold their place because the value of that doesn't shift quite so much. This is more about very large spectrum printing. So when you're doing 40,000 copies of one book rather than one book at a time. So our hopes is that somebody like TCT or other indie creators get to the point where they have to worry about how are we going to print another 40,000 books? Because that's good. That's a good problem to have, guys.
Yeah.
Leslie says, hey, now I was out with the kids, so it's excused. Okay, be excused this time. Illusion says, as always, blame Fry. What the? Illusion. Same team, Illusion. Come on.
I just love the fact that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That you started that show with no audio. And we're still blaming you.
Digi comes in saying, maybe focus on making one incredible X book rather than 6 to 8 mediocre X books. Golf clap.
Back in the day when Chris Claremont was actually in charge of the X books, we just had one X book, and it was brilliant.
It was sick. It was always
I loved everything about it. It wasn't until everybody was like, well, X books are selling so much that we need more. So we ended up with New Mutants, X Force, Excalibur, all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, Chris Claremont was kind of spread thin because he was like, no, we want one cohesive storytelling. So I have to be the one to do it all. And he did.
Like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
McPoopy Pants McGee over on YouTube says, adds Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell to the Halloween playlist. There you go, Rose. That's a good one. Somebody's watching me. Nick Steiner says $2 to $3 when I started collecting around 99. Andrew Dodge says, if I remember right, comics were around 75 cents to 125 when Matt and I were kids. You guys are old as shit.
Yeah. Hey, you're
Nobody's
just as
Illusion
old.
says yes. All right, I'm older than you guys, but barely. Niles comes in from TCT and says, I tweeted that link earlier today for TCT Comics. You want to save comics, buy TCT Comics. Well said.
Yeah.
You know, they need a shirt that just says that. Want to save comics? Buy my book. That's what we should do for every creator. Just be like, Woof. Dan says, LOL, DC is on. I need TP.
Hey.
Digi says, the pandemic got me all backwards. I was using my DC comics to wipe, and now I have to get back to using toilet paper. These are hard times, my people. Ouch, did you?
Wow.
That was a rough one, dude.
When the whole toilet paper thing happened, I didn't stock up because one, I was an idiot. And I didn't realize that everybody in town was going to be out of toilet paper. So, oh yeah, thanks. So I had to drive 40 minutes to the next town over to go get some toilet paper. And they were like, we can sell you 4 rolls. I'm like, are you kidding me?
If I hit my mouse just the wrong way and swipe just slightly sideways, I back out of StreamYards. I love this mouse, but holy crap, is it touchy.
I was wondering, I was like, why am I on screen? Because I'm telling my toilet paper story? 40 minutes, one way, guys. 40 minutes, one way.
I never ran out.
To get 4 rolls of toilet paper. So when they were like, okay, let's bag it. And I'm like, put it in the paper bag.
Oof.
Getting my money's worth.
Okay, that's sharing a lot of information, Matt. Let's move on with the news. So Snyder, we want to talk about Snyder now? Go into indie news? We just talked about general news. What are you doing? What are you doing with the banners? Look at you go.
I'm clicking. Ready? Let's start this one over.
Okay. Mr. Snyder
comic news
is launching comics with Comixology and Dark Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that Dark Horse has somebody talented on their staff now.
Dude, I love Scott Snyder's work. Like, look at that.
Dude, he's sick. I swear everything he does is like tattoo goodness.
Oh, yeah. Were you thinking of getting this tattooed?
Ooh, wait.
Just right there on your neck.
Yeah. Mom would be proud. Nick Steiner says, to be fair, I would wipe my ass with Booster Gold. Hashtag DC fanboy. Wow.
I love the Booster Gold stories. All right. Love Booster Gold.
Hey, Niles, we've already got shirt sales in here. There we go. DigiArtist says, and Matt, you don't strike me as a one wiper. Continuing on. Well, Niles actually backed that up with saying facts. Hopefully he was talking about that. He was probably talking about the t-shirt comment, but I'm going to pretend he's talking about the one wipe comment. Nobody's Illusion says, I remember having to wait in line at Walmart 3 hours for TP a la quarantine. Rose Kirby says, are you excited about DC fandom? It's only 11 days away. What do you think will happen? I'm excited. I think it's going to be really cool. We did need to let everybody know that we are currently looking at the broadcasting elements of that. And so we will update everybody on Couch next week on exactly what we're going to be doing for DC fandom and how we're going to be moving forward with that. Andrew Dodge says he's coming to the dark side. Comixology, Amazon. LOL, just kidding. Actually, what he's doing is he is doing books. He's doing books with Dark Horse. and he's releasing his own like
Well,
mini anthology in digital
it's
format on
it's a
Comixology.
creator-owned comic line with Dark Horse that they are going on to
Mhm.
Comixology. They got Greg Capullo in there.
Sick.
Just so many good. Yeah.
J. Smith Digiartist says none of the Walmarters just pooped while they were in line. That is creepy. Well, you know what? Talking about other shitty news, I'm excited for this story, guys. So everybody knows the game Apex Legends. Apex
Yep.
Legends has a comic book that they're starting
Put
up.
out by Dark Horse.
Put out by Dark Horse. And very, very quickly, fans of both comics and the video game noticed that Dark Horse legitimately stole fan art and used it in the panels of the book. We're not talking about
Okay.
stole ideas from fan art here either, guys.
Can you see the difference?
You can scroll down and show the original drawing even. We are saying that Dark Horse, it's been proven, Dark Horse literally stole fan art, put it inside of the book, and did not credit the artist whatsoever. In fact, the
Yep.
book's artist took credit for it, which is shady as hell. Like, damn, Dark Horse. Not
That's
cool.
cold. That is cold.
And what's funny is that this got all the way to publication. So people are holding these books in their hands and then going, wait a minute, this is my art.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the editor would have to trust the artist that, this is your work,
I don't know. You can't. Like, this sucks, is what it really is. This sucks for those original artists. It is hard enough to make a name for yourself as an artist now, let alone with real artists. I'm doing air quotes off screen here, stealing the work that you've done as a fan. You know what I mean? Like, that's shady as hell. And what's funny is, like, this is blowing up on Twitter, guys. Like, this kind of came out today. It's very new in this whole, scheme of things, but it is everywhere on social media. And what's funny is Facebook was down. And so a lot of people were moving over to Twitter, trying to figure out, well, what's going on with Facebook, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And so this caught on fire dramatically faster than I think it would have normally because everyone was on Twitter today. So I want to see what Dark Horse has to say about it, man. Like this.
Like it would have been cool had Dark Horse actually in the credits of the comics stated like, oh, this panel on this page, original art by this person, like give them some credit, man.
Yeah. Well, and here in chat, DigiArtist comes in and says, I would imagine it's hard for the publishers to catch everything. It is. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. This is 100% on those artists that supplied those pages. Like, you're stealing from the fans. But the problem is, the way I see it, is they are making this book for those fans. So
how did it not get caught?
Well, they stole people's art knowing it was going to get sold back to the people that made it. Like, how shady of a human do you gotta be to do that shit? Like, come on, people. That is not cool at all.
Like I had mentioned before the show, Fry and I were talking about this. I wrote a blog article about a particular artist who was known for taking movies and like hitting pause and basically just tracing everything that he saw there. And how easily it was eventually caught. Like people were scouring. Well, unfortunately, this guy was he was drawing like the Invisible Woman, and still the videos he was using were of the rated X variety.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
If you catch my drift, yeah. So people were scouring various movies trying to find where he found every single panel.
Every post.
Like, dude,
yeah.
You're gonna get caught.
So here's the thing. Tracing. Every kid traces. Every one of them. When you're learning how
Your
to draw,
mother's a tracer.
yeah, everybody learns to draw by tracing. It's a
Yeah.
part of how you learn. You know what I mean? Da Vinci wrote about tracing. You know what I mean? This isn't something new. It's different when you're trying to sell someone else's art. And they're clearly trying to do that. Secondary to that, and a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people in our chat, even I'm seeing already, are like, well, maybe they were trying to pay homage. Maybe they were trying to, throw a little nod to the fans and stuff. The problem here, guys, is those artists flat out said, I would have never stole anything. I never included anything in the books. This is all, BS. Until those artists were like, oh, here's my original, and here's where they found it, and here's literally the overlay that they did to place this in the book. I mean, it's, and then now Dark Horse is backpedaling. But the thing that's even more interesting is so that you guys are aware, the way these large format publishers like Dark Horse, Marvel, DC, even smaller house, they've got very specific contracted rules with art. Very specific. And the thing is when or if you are caught doing something like this, you as an artist will pay damages to that brand. And how nasty are the damages going to be not only to Dark Horse, but to Apex Legends as a game? Because they're going to look at this as damaging to their community. I mean, which stretches out much further than just a comic book that Dark Horse threw together. Like, I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this one and see how this goes, because copyright law is no joke. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's very black and white. Let me see here. I'm going to scroll back through comments here real quick, because you guys are going pretty fast. Lou just says, wow, that sucks. It really does. It just says, did they not see what happened to Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3? T3 says, well, won't be supporting them anymore. Keep in mind, it's not Dark Horse that did it. So if you're going to pull support for somebody, please make sure that it is specific to, the artist that was the one that did this. There might have even been like 5 artists working on the book. 4 of them might not have had any idea what was going on. We do not in any way support or push for the mentality of cancel culture. So please don't fall into that. You know what I mean? Make sure your voice is heard. Vote with your wallet. Absolutely. But, don't try to go against, well, I'm never going to support anything Dark Horse ever makes, because there's a lot of really badass creators that work for Dark Horse.
I love a lot of Dark Horse stuff. I mean, we just did an article about Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo joining up, and I'm excited. I'm going to be picking those up.
Yeah, did you say
I watched? Yeah.
He says, I think it falls on the artist and thief. Absolutely. And I would imagine that it's hard for publishers to catch everything. That's what Matt was just saying. Like, it would be pretty difficult for an editor that wasn't very familiar with that fan art to pick that up. You know what I mean? Because that fan art, let's face it, is absolutely professional quality artwork.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see. T3 says, Fabic. I'm sure maybe I meant Facebook. Threatened to sue me because I inked a Batman for practice and showed it to Fabic and showed it to what he thought. Yeah. So I mean, anybody that owns rights to IPs very, very much will hold on to that. You have to, though, in this industry.
Yeah, a lot of times when I go on like Facebook and stuff like that, or various social medias, I'll see somebody post like a really awesome pencil. I'll message them and be like, dude, I really want to try my hand at inking that. Can you send that to me? And 9 times out of 10, they'll send me a high-res version of that pencil, and I could sit there and ink it with the deal of like, hey, I'm not going to, sell this or anything like that. I'm not going to take credit for it. If anything, if I do post it back on social media saying like, hey, here's some inking I've done. This is the original artist, with a link back to that particular artist. So
yeah. JD Smith Idioter says, also, do we know if the art that is getting ripped off is actually the original art? I ask because so many people on social media are producing fan art and so much of it looks the same. So we can't show a whole lot of this because we would have to go onto Twitter to do so. But if you look it up on Twitter, guys, you're going to see really quickly that there is very much proof that the original artists were stolen from, being that most of these original artists are using Procreate nowadays, and they have recordings of them making all of these drawings. And in this case, the main character that was actually caught, which made everybody start looking closer at the book, that character was drawn differently than it's actually ever depicted in the video game, because this fan had written a new backstory for the character and changed the appearance slightly to match that backstory, and then drawn them as such. And that artist that stole the art didn't catch that the character was actually drawn in a different way. There's like some different things about the clothing and some stuff like that, some different textures that went along with it. And those things are very clearly in the book right now, in print, already in people's hands. I mean, there's a lot of evidence here, guys. Like you'd be pretty hard pressed to say that this wasn't theft at this point.
Now, has this book been recalled or pulled by any chance?
No, this just hit everything today. So as far as we've found out, no, there isn't anything. There likely will be. But
which
like
means
I
I'm
said,
going to have to go grab this book probably tomorrow.
I'm really interested in seeing what happens to this creator that chose to take somebody else's art and use it. But B, I feel like this might be a cool opportunity for the person whose art got stolen. I know that sounds really terrible, but hear me out. That person's getting a hell of a lot of eyes on them right now for the quality of art, and that artwork is badass. And on top of that, theoretically, they could be looking at quite a fat payday from Dark Horse or whoever was the direct publisher on this book. I mean,
you know what? I say honestly, get rid of the current artist and pick up this guy.
Yeah. Grab the fans. Make the comic with the fans. Why not? There's an idea. Please grab fans to make your bucks. T3 says, so there's job openings, you're saying? I mean, there's probably going to be
there will be here in a minute.
Oh, geez. We got a Facebook user, just so you guys are aware, if you guys are popping up in our chat like this, it's because you have to give StreamYard permission to use your profile picture and name on Facebook. We actually side on the side of your information safety, so we force it to go through StreamYard. So that way you have to actually approve for us to be able to use your username and image. But this Facebook user says, is NFT safe or can you lose money? You're going to lose money. Absolutely. You're going to lose money in anything.
Yeah. Think of it just kind of like the stock market right now. I mean, you buy it could go up or go down.
And the thing is,
general public.
An NFT is a sale, not so much an investment. Some people are using that sale platform as a way to make investments, though. So things like what we do with crypto comics is not looked at as an investment. It's looked at as a sale in a way that creators and a community of comic collectors can both be able to get together shoulder to shoulder, and that community can support those creators more directly with a much larger chunk of the pie, and continuously support them off of resales, which right now, as everybody knows, if Matt makes a comic book, I buy it from him, he got paid off that sale. But if I turn around and sell that comic, Matt doesn't ever see a penny of that. That's what we're hoping to change. Let's see. That Facebook user, or it could be another one, says, let's speak Carnage. We try not to do too many spoilers, but if you guys have an opportunity, good Lord, this movie is killing it right now.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, it was so good.
There are so many good Easter eggs in this movie. So many. Like, easily at the top of the Sony spectrum when it comes to Easter eggs. Like,
even the name of the building that Venom lives in. That's it's named after the guy who did the original design for the Spider-Man black suit and sent it into Marvel and sold it to him for $200.
Dude, they even had, if you are like ridiculous like me and try to honestly always point out the Easter eggs. In one scene where they're in a police department and there's a wanted poster in the background of the original inker from Venom. Like I was, oh man, I loved it. It was so good. It was so cool. Yeah. So all the Rotten Tomato scores are badass. Like,
oh yeah,
me and Matt here were telling you this show was badass.
I took my kids to it and they loved it. They absolutely loved it.
They were only able to drop one F-bomb in order to keep the PG-13 rating, and where
And
they
it was
chose to
perfectly
drop
timed.
it was perfect. Like, yeah, just oh man,
It was
it was a
good.
good
It
show.
was so good. The only thing that made me kind of sad was what happened to the Ducati.
Oh, I laughed though, and I
Oh, so
probably
did I.
shouldn't
I
have.
couldn't stop laughing.
I laughed. I was, or the nice TV, that joke. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
this show's so funny. You know what I mean?
So the cool thing about it is it's Andy Serkis is directing it.
And he
He's
killed it.
he did such a phenomenal job.
Absolutely.
But he's known for being the motion capture guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was
Smeagol?
Caesar Smeagol. Wasn't he the ape in Rampage as well?
Yep. Like
Okay.
he's if something's got CGI, it's usually his face behind the damn thing.
Oh yeah. But he was the I can't remember his name. Black Panther. He's the guy who got his arm chopped off.
Yep.
Why can't I remember his name?
I don't remember either. Adamantium Thief. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's also going to be the new Alfred in the upcoming The Batman movie.
Which we need to talk about here in a second. Hold on, let me get up in chat. Facebook user Bruce Campbell's also. I know who this user is. This is Mr. Matthew Langsford.
Hey, didn't we just say we err on the side of caution?
He's my brother. He can deal with it.
Okay.
Nobody else would know that Bruce Campbell signed.
Unless it comes to family and then free game.
What up, suckers? Let's see. Xena and Hercules, also Freddy and Jason comics. That is also true. Nick Steiner says, that sucks. I love Dark Horse. Again, guys, keep in mind, Dark Horse didn't do this. They published the book that a creative team behind them. Someone in the creative team did it. Let's see. And says, Andy,
one person dropped the ball
on the Titanic holding a necklace, pants off, socks on, like a French girl. This painting doesn't exist, but it's funny. Everybody's like, what did Fry do? JD Smith says, well, it's not good for Dark Horse overall, but it's a good look for publisher, frequently licensed some major properties. That is true. It is not good for them as a whole. But, it's something, dude, it's been something that's been in the industry for how long? You can go so far back, and I mean, there's even still, well, Jack Kirby stole this, and you know what I mean? Like,
but this is something that potentially, like, Dark Horse could lose that contract with Apex. Potentially. I'm not saying it will happen, and I'm not saying it deserves to happen. But it is something that could potentially happen.
Well, think about it this way, though, too. If I were to make fan art of somebody else's IP character, I do not own the rights to that character. So the original artist of this badass art may never see anything from it. Why? Because it's fan art. You know what I mean? Like, technically, if you really break it down and how IP law works, no laws were broken.
Oh, I know.
It's really weird, but it's the way it is.
But it is
MCU.
when you...
No spoilers. You're an MCU.
Oh, there's so many things I want to spoil about Venom. There's so many things. It was just so good.
I know. That's so good.
Oh, the after credit scene. Well, it's a mid credit scene. It's not an after credit scene because there was nothing after the credits. So there's a spoiler for you.
So we call him a cinema killer? This is getting out of hand, guys. Niall says, I'll be seeing Venom 2 tomorrow. You will enjoy it. You will very much enjoy it.
Yes. Message me when you get done watching it, and we'll just fangirl for a little while. Okay.
Let's see. I want to thank everybody from TCT joining me on this page. It's great to have company. Yes. Thank you, TCT crew. Core team. We appreciate you guys. Nicholas Steiner says, Marvel stole Deathstroke. Just playing. I love Wade and Slade Wilson.
Well, okay. So there's more to that story. No. It's funny because yeah, they stole. I mean, it's obvious that stole Deathstroke and made Deadpool, but then DC stole him back and made a new character called Red Tool. So you got to check it out, man. It's crazy stuff. Like they steal from each other all the time, all the time.
I feel like we're listening to Jared talk about his free energy plan again. That's what I feel like is happening right now. But I probably look the exact same way when I talk about breakfast cereals. So,
all right, shall we move on then?
Yeah, J.D. Smith says plot twist: the OG artist copied another traced artist's work, but added the Apex suit to the character. That would be pretty funny. Oh, so it's like, what do you mean it was traced all along? Yuki says, I agree, Rose. Niles says, you're welcome, Rose. T3 says, wait, so the original artist for the black suit wasn't Mike Zeck? And Jim Shooter, maybe? I can't remember. Okay. Do we go into this? Do we even want to go into this? This is like a 3-hour topic of discussion already. The original creator of the black suit is all depending on what Comic-Con you're at and who you're trying not to offend. I'm going to word it that way. Actually, well, let me put it this way. If you look at a signed copy, I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to do anything like that, Matt. Don't worry. If you look at a signed copy of the first appearance of Black Suit, the first cover appearance of the Black Suit Spider-Man, you will notice that every creator that's worked on that book has kind of mutually agreed to sign in the same place everywhere. And only one of those creators signs the suit. So that's why I look at it the way that I look at it as. So yeah, if you guys want to look that up, you can kind of. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If I was the creator, I would be offended if another person signed over the suit, and there's only ever one person that signs over the top of the suit. Even Stan Lee himself will not sign over the top of the suit. He signs off to the side, to the right side, if I remember right, just next to the arm. Anyhow, moving on. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get into it. Talking about money, Disney pays Scarlett Johansson a hefty sum in her lawsuit. So she won.
Yeah, you guys, you might remember that she filed a lawsuit over the whole Black Widow debacle. She was supposed to get a percentage off of ticket sales, but then COVID happened, so everything got pushed back, and then it got released on Disney Plus the same day as the actual theaters release, and most theaters weren't open, and so in the end, she barely kind of made anything off of that movie.
Well, she made a lot of money.
Well, okay.
But she didn't make as much as she would have
compared
made
to what she normally
by contract. Does. Yeah.
Compared to what she does for like the Avengers. And now you have to remember with the Avengers, she's a small part of an ensemble. And she made less of that movie than she did for like the Avengers. So when we say she barely made anything, she made more than I will ever make in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Already. But
Scarlett, if you're watching this, would you like to adopt us and be our sugar mama?
All we eat is cereal. We're cheap.
How weird would it be to just get like a bunch of random cereals show up at our door now?
Hey, I'm down.
Either way, it's a win.
Yeah. All right. So she originally she ended up getting paid a total of $20 million, but it was supposed to be significantly more, projected to be significantly more, considering Marvel is usually up in the, it's getting to the $1 billion range.
Yep.
So, yeah,
I think she deserved her.
Yeah, you know what? It was a great movie. I wouldn't say it was the best, but it was good. It was really good. It was fun to watch.
I'm gonna say I don't like what they did with my man Taskmaster, but I don't hate it at the same time.
You know what? I'm starting to get used to them changing the characters from how they were in the comics.
By that much, though?
Well, come on. Look at what they did to Mandarin. But they did redeem the Mandarin.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Rose Kirby says, so you're not into Daniel Craig's last outing as 007 Bond, James Bond. I seen it Saturday. I have not seen that one.
I want to see that so bad. I love the Bond movies. I always have, and I always will. So
T3 says he'll wash dishes. All right, you're hired. JD Smith says she certainly deserved everything she was promised and agreed to. And that's the other thing, is she was promised based on a metric that didn't exist anymore. So it makes sense to me that they would have to adjust that. You know what I mean? But who am I to go against the mouse? Andrew Dodge says she should have had the contract for both Disney Plus Premium and ticket purchases. Keep in mind, guys, like when she signed contract for this movie, COVID had, I mean, this movie was done and ready to come out. COVID happened
Before COVID.
like, yeah, what, 3 weeks?
Mhm.
3 weeks before this movie was set to be released is when COVID hit. So, I mean, we're talking a long time. Like, nobody saw that coming. I mean, hell, a week before COVID hit, nobody really saw it coming.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, it was done filming principal production before anybody even heard of COVID
yep.
in the world. So,
Yeah, and they pushed it back in hopes to keep a theatrical release. I mean, so yeah, who knows? Legend says or agrees with JD Smith, Digi Artist. Nick Steiner says Shang-Chi was better for sure. Shang was
yes.
sick. That movie was badass. But I will say, I think Venom 2 was better.
Hands down.
It hurts my feelings to even say that a Sony Marvel show was better. But you can tell, I am going to say this. You can tell that Marvel owns those characters again. Like just the entire difference of how static everything is through the universes, you can tell that Marvel's got their fingers back into it again. Do you not agree? You don't think so?
I don't want to give any spoilers.
Okay. I'm not giving. I'm talking Marvel
up.
Studios. So, because the last movies was just Sony could do whatever the hell they wanted. Like this to me, like this is the first time that a Sony, Marvel Studios picture has come out since, well, it was actually built. We'll put it that way. Since a picture was made, since Marvel retained that ownership and the rights for those characters. So, it fills me with hope that we're never going to see another freaking Fantastic Four flop. You know what I mean? We're never going to see any of those types of things. Like the way.
Okay, no. Here's the thing about that. Statistically speaking, we're going to see some flops.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Marvel can't come out with 200 movies and every single one of them hit every time.
But I don't think they're going to remake the same damn movie 6 times and have it terrible every time and consistently worse every time.
Here's the thing. I actually enjoyed the Fantastic Four, the first 2.
Really? You thought Doctor Doom was done well?
No, not at all. But I was able to just let my imagination, kind of go, remove brain, and just sit down and enjoy the movie. Yeah, I think it was cast perfectly, but I don't think Doctor Doom was presented correctly.
Bro, I want the real Doctor Doom to come in. I want that so bad. Like Doctor Doom is such an amazing villain.
But you got to admit, you got Michael Chiklis as the Thing. Come on, that is perfect casting.
I think it was at the time, but still, I think he was held back by a terrible script, by just, I mean, all around awfulness. It hurt my feelings.
Now, I'm not even going to speak about the new Fantastic Four, the remake after that.
Yeah, that's just. Whew.
Okay, did you ever see the one that they made strictly to keep the IP?
Oh, was that like the old one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I tried to watch
the
a
one
bit
that
of it.
was literally never released.
It hurt. Yeah, you can find it on.
You can find it online, and that one is even better than the new Fantastic Four.
It was rough. It was rough.
It
Here, let me
was.
see here. T3 says, I can't wait to see that either. Rose Kirby says, just think of how many Easter eggs I've forgotten on and on Time to Die. 007, it was really good, but but I nearly cried at the end. Don't tell me that. I'm
Oh,
weak. Hey.
hey,
CSC2 Top 2 Comics in the
what
house
is
on YouTube.
up,
Saying, hey guys, what's up?
Cardell? Long
Mr.
time no see,
Cole.
man. How you
I
been?
know. J. Smith Edgearter says, plus Scarlett Johansson was game, and according to Marvel, when she didn't have to be, meaning she did Marvel a solid by appearing in anything they needed her to. They paid her a lot, but she made them far more money because of her participation. There shouldn't be any thought of holding out on her or anyone else in a similar situation. Well said.
Oh, totally agreed. Totally agreed.
Nick Steiner says, you didn't like the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan?
No. As far as Scarlett Johansson goes, I just want to say that Marvel's been kind of trying to stiff her for a long time, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
Back when they made Avengers, I want to say it was Age of Ultron. Robert Downey Jr. was even like, I'm not going to do it unless you guys actually pay her equal wage.
Yep.
Now, the fact that they weren't paying her equal wage it's kind of messed up, man. Like, come on now.
T3 says, loved the newer Fantastic Four.
Why? Why would you say that?
I want to know why. I
know why. I know why.
He says, I've been good. Pretty busy with work, traveling a lot. That's good, man. That's good. T3 says, awesome. Dr. Doom was sick. Bro.
No. There's a difference between sick and sick as in like, I'm about to throw up on screen and call it a movie.
Bro, okay. Dr. Doom in the comics is, seriously, if done right,
so awesome.
Dr. Doom is the closest thing that Marvel has to the Joker. You know what I mean? I mean, just...
Well, I'm going to say more Lex Luthor / Joker. Like...
Yeah, like just that ultimate badass villain that's just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dr. Doom is so rad in the comics. And it doesn't matter if you go back 30 years or if you're looking at something new. Mm-hmm. Dr. Doom is just a badass all the way through.
Oh, yeah. You got Emperor Doom and... You know, I got to say, even my kids love Dr. Doom just from that... what is it? It's that Marvel show. Hold on. I got to look it up.
While you're doing that real quick, T3 says the Thing had so much emotion that you could feel his pain. I know, but still to see him, I figured that it would come back in number 2, but they never made one. They did do the Thing pretty well. But it was, I don't know, I felt like they were going for Oscar nominations a little more than the comics. T3 says, I thought it was a good intro. The intro was actually pretty rad. The intro of that one was good. Well noted. Except for the weird street race thing with Michael B. Jordan. That was weird. It was like, we're going to take a non-turboed MR2 and that's going to be his race car and, you know, have him lose traction with a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car that's known to have some of the best traction ever. I don't know. I'm a gearhead. What can I say? Andrew Dodge says, side question, no unboxing tonight. I have 5, but only 4 can be shown on stream. No, I have 1 unboxing, but I cannot show it on stream.
I don't have anything to unbox.
I have 1.
Santa doesn't love me.
I can show a keychain on screen from the unboxing I have, and that's it.
Okay, who's it by?
From Dan Mendoza.
You already got your Dan Mendoza stuff?
Yeah, I got it today.
Oh, I hate you.
Hey
kids, check the mail.
I opened that box and my son was like, Dad. And I was like, sorry, guys. I don't remember which rich reward I went for, but yeah, he throws in a lot of not safe for work stuff. So, Teacher says, no, I mean the intro to Dr. Doom. Thought it would be in the second movie also. Yeah, but they killed him with like his fireworks explosion and a bunch of rocks. I mean, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Now, I really
Ooh,
hope in the new Marvel.
wait. Nick Steiner says Silver Surfer was clunky, but for the time it wasn't bad. That being said, that movie was rough. Silver Surfer, also a character I want to see done right. Dude. Let's
Dude,
go.
I will say this. Okay. Fantastic Four 2 Rise of the Silver Surfer had the single best Stanley cameo ever.
Mm-hmm.
When he's trying to get into the wedding and they're kicking him out, and he's like, "But I'm Stan Lee." Sure you are.
Yeah.
But I'm Stan Lee.
This is great. He wasn't dead. It's like Mortal Kombat. He just became Dr. Doom. Give him time. He's like, sorry, T3. We didn't mean to offend you, homie. Top 2 says, hey, Matt, the next Patrons Only I can send you. You can open that on stream.
Nice.
Dun, 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 dun. That's sick. Niall said, sounds fun. T3 says, I want Keanu to be Silver Surfer. Everyone wants that. I don't know. I guess I'm too old, man. I would just get Point Break references the whole time.
Yeah.
J. Smith says, I agree with Matt. Makes me laugh every time. Keep in mind, guys, we're trying to build an epic soundtrack here. So, best Halloween song. Throw it in the chat. Best one you can think
Still
of.
say Thriller.
Thriller by Michael Jackson. That's not a bad one, really. Nick Steiner says, Stan Lee in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was awesome. That's cool. Yeah, where he's got the headphones on.
Yep.
Throwing back and forth. That one was pretty cool, too. I still like the Deadpool cameo the best.
Where he's the DJ?
Where he's the DJ. Because that's like the last place you would have expected that cameo to be put. And
Oh,
that's kind of perfect.
No, man. Come on. Haven't you ever seen the what was that show? It was a cartoon he did, like Stripperilla or something like that with Pamela Anderson. Yeah. Dude, Stan Lee, he was a dirty old man. I'll say
sure, but not in the post Disney owns Marvel universe. You know what I mean?
True.
They wouldn't have made Stripperella now. Well, they might have. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
So let's see here. What else do we have to go over?
We got one more story.
Oh, yeah, the fandom.
And on to DC news.
Oh, geez.
We had to throw in one for you guys.
Yeah, for you guys. It's not for Matt. So DC Fandom has finally announced the lineup. So, yeah, it's basically got every actor that's in a DC movie that's coming out. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. This doesn't surprise me. It surprises me that they waited this long. You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that Ezra Miller is being pushed clearly to the forefront of everyone. Does that make you feel like the new Flash stuff that's going on is going to get like their kind of spotlight? What do you think?
You know, the weird part is with everything going on with the Flash movie, it seems like everybody's forgotten that Ezra Miller is even in it.
I didn't. I like Ezra Miller. I'm like the only person I think that likes Ezra Miller.
First off, he treats his fans like absolute garbage.
He does?
Oh, yeah. He's been brought up on charges for berating fans.
Cool.
No, not in a good way, dude.
Oh, okay. Not
in a
cool.
Justin Bieber kind of way.
Not cool.
Yeah.
Course correction. My apologies.
So I was, man, when I first heard about this was while they were still filming the Justice League. And I was like, really? That's the guy that's going to be the Flash? And then his performance, I was like, I'd rather them just do it, Flashpoint and bring in Grant Gustin. Call it good from there.
Really?
You know? Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch any of those shows yet, so I probably won't ever watch them. I'm going to be totally honest with everybody.
There's some episodes that you got to watch. I'm
probably
just
still
say
won't.
now.
Like, you would probably need to pin me down in a Clockwork Orange style theater with my eyes peeled up and stuff forcing me to watch it at this
I'm
point.
just gonna say the episode's directed by Kevin Smith.
I've heard it's good.
Oh,
You
it's
know what I
good.
mean? But I don't know, man. There's so many timelines. Oh, many. Ah. I hope Marvel
Yeah,
doesn't screw up multiverse the same way. Seriously, I'm gonna be so bummed.
I think they're doing it on purpose.
Hopefully.
Totally screw it up and then never fix it.
Wait, T3 says, how are there two people playing the Batman?
Okay, it is a multiverse movie, so you have Michael Keaton coming back as Batman, and you have Ben Affleck returning as Batman as well. So
Where?
in the Flash.
Oh. Okay, see, when T3 wrote playing the Batman, I assumed that meant Sparkly Batman.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's what I'm
Well, now
saying.
you also have
No.
another movie. It's Robert Pattinson playing the Batman, and that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so they're going for a horror movie vibe on that. I
Okay.
am excited.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Go
look at
ahead.
you just
Go ahead.
kicking back.
I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna hang out and wait for you. Go ahead. Keep talking. Keep talking about your Batman.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm just gonna take a little nap while you go on about the multiverse. Carry on. Go ahead. This is your
Man,
opportunity. You got it. You got it.
I'm excited about it, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, I had to have some fun with that.
I'm gonna drive over to your house just to kick your butt.
T3 says, I love him as the Flash. I did too until I found out that he was a dick, I guess. Now I'm not allowed to. I don't know anymore, guys. Tell me who I can like. I don't like it anymore. Jay Smith says, Edge Miller reminds me of some creepy Jimmy Fallon clone. Damn it. Why did you say that? I'm never going to unsee that.
You know,
Ooh.
he's I don't think the greatest actor personally.
That's creepy accurate. Damn, he is a Jimmy Fallon clone. That just crushed the only thing I still had love for in DC aside from Batflick.
Oh, come on. What about Aquaman?
Bro, I have already seen Fern Gully. You know what I mean? Like, oh, come on. I didn't think Aquaman was that great.
But the second one, come on. How could you? First off, what? What?
Is the second one even out? The second Aquaman's not even out yet.
No, but we got the pictures of Ocean Master from he's looking all sorts of rough right now.
Matt, I don't want to hurt your feelings here, but this is an intervention. Aquaman is a superhero that talks to fish. That's his superpower. Okay? Just because you are in love with
way
Mr.
too much
Momoa.
Super Friends.
We all love Jason Momoa. Don't get me wrong. But come on, buddy. Okay.
What about Shazam, Fury of the Gods, huh?
I laughed really hard at the first one.
Okay, so now we got the second one.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be cool.
What about Black Adam?
Not really looking forward to that.
You're not?
I think it's going to be a cash grab. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think The Rock is really fun to watch in movies and stuff. But have you ever once been like, ooh, The Rock is in this movie? I'm willing to bet that the dialogue is going to be fantastic.
No, but I go to every Rock movie going, you know what? This movie's going to be funny.
You probably think it's either going to be funny or they're going to blow a car up. You know?
Yeah. Either way, I'm happy.
I'm just... Like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. Because he's not. He's clearly not. He's a great actor. But his stretch, I don't think is comic bookish. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, well.
I want well-defined characters.
Did you watch
arcs.
Central Intelligence? Is
that the one with him and
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, yeah. Yeah, I watched that one.
The first Kevin Hart,
Yeah, I mean they got
Dwayne
like
Rock Johnson,
6 movies together. But yes, I
something
remember
like
that.
that. Yeah, the
He's got the
dude,
fanny
I
pack,
got
right?
the one where he's they shows him in high school and he's a little bit on the chunkier side.
Yep.
That I was crying. I was laughing during that movie.
That's what I mean. Like I don't know. I like to hold reservation. I'm gonna watch it, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? But it's not something where I'm like, holding my breath for. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be like, oh, dude, CGI. Oh, look at it. It looks like the Scorpion King. No, no, that's all in the
Oh
past.
Jesus, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh,
That's all in the past.
that was awful. I still wake up cold sweats, nightmare. You know what I mean? I'm like, God, get the CGI off of me. Like it's terrible. Okay, so let's look at. There's the way I look at it, right? Like now that Venom is out, I'm looking forward to 2 things as far as like comic movies. Next Spider-Man and Love and Thunder's Thor. Like those 2. Those have my interest peaked. The Batman would come in as kind of a distant third at this point. But even then, that's because the Batman's got some really stellar actors in that lineup. And so I
Hmm.
think that as long as the script is even halfway good, that's going to be a killer movie. But
Oh
like
yeah,
Black Adam and stuff like that, I'm just kind of like, I feel like DC's just
I
trying to
think
make a movie now.
Black Adam is going to be on par with, let's
Wonder
say,
Woman 84.
no, no,
Let's see how he
no.
runs.
That was on par with Scorpion King.
Here, look. Andrew Dodge says Aquaman equals Fern Gully underwater. Blah ha ha ha. I'm telling you guys, watch it. You can watch Aquaman, Fern Gully, and Avatar, and they're the same damn movie.
See, I
But
thought
Fern Gully at
Avatar
least has better
and
music.
Pocahontas were the same movie.
There's similarities. Sure.
Like every similarity. Uh,
Jay Smith says, The Rock says, Fry, you are a Rudy Poo. I don't know what a Rudy Poo is.
I don't
I'm
know.
trying not to be negative. I'm just, T3
I'm gonna have
says,
to start calling people that. What's up, Rudy
T3,
Poo?
what up, Rudy Poo? He will be oiled up in a tight t-shirt. He'll say that I'll say he's a bad actor. And good in comedies. That's
He really
the
is.
thing, is he's fucking great. But you know what else is like Batista?
Oh,
Like, I'm
but
sorry, y'all. Terrible actor. But
he's
amazing.
he's so funny about
But
it.
he's amazing at 2 things. He's amazing at comedy because
Hmm.
it's just hilarious to watch a dude of that stature be funny. It makes everything he says even funnier. And action movies, which is just like The Rock. Like, what's the zombie flick based in Vegas that Batista was just in? I want to
Oh,
say it was like a Netflix only thing.
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. That movie was rad if you like zombie movies. Was it a good
Hmm.
movie? Not even in the slightest. I mean,
It had some cool aspects, like the whole
is it going to
they were
win any
retaining
awards?
some of their humanity, and she was pregnant. It was like, oh, that's weird.
The zombie horse. But yeah, it was just a good zombie movie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't want Black Adam to be just you know, just another comic movie. Like I think if DC is going to get out of this rut that they're in, they need to look at like the new Suicide Squad and be like, "Oh shit, this is what people want. They want character development. They want like
Well, you
over the
also
top
have to remember
ridiculousness."
he has been pushing for this movie for how long now? I mean, since what, Man of Steel came out?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's been in the
And
news that long. Yeah.
yeah, it got canceled, and then he was like, "No, we are making it," until the studio's finally like, "Okay, okay, we'll make it. Just don't hurt us."
Hold on. Rose says they're
So
saying that this fandom is going to be 4 hours. Do you think that's going to be true? I just can't think what to watch. So from what we've seen, it looks like they are going to pack in multiple panels, all running at the same time over a span over all of 4 hours, and then they're going to repeat it. They're going to replay it like they did the first one, which I'll be honest with you, throws in kind of a monkey wrench because we were talking about, restreaming the whole thing. So we may not be doing that now just because in order for us to restream it, we would have to basically take like 4 or 5 days by going 4-hour block with one set of panels and then another 4-hour block showing other panels. So I think what we may end up doing, just so that everybody's aware, we're not official on this. We'll make this official next Monday, but we're kicking around the office is talking about doing like kind of a social media commentary. You guys can just follow along with us on social media as we sit and point out things that we notice and have discussion that way. Then that way we can also give away badges and stuff like that during the event. Because people like badges. We noticed. Matt tells me I need to always make more badges. Andrew Dodge says, "Your Rudy Poo candy ass." And JD Smith agrees. So I guess I'm a Rudy Poo candy ass now. Whatever, guys. Okay. T3 says, same thing. Yeah, I love him in comedies. Although Army of the Dead was amazing. I loved it. Top 2 says it was entertaining and that was about it. But that's all it needed to be. You know what I mean? I hate it when superhero movies are like, we just got to make it good enough for the theater. Like, I feel like that was the downfall of like the first Fantastic Four swipes. And you know what I mean? A lot of like Dark Phoenix. Let's be clear, y'all. Dark Phoenix was not missing out on content from comics. That is not what made that movie do badly.
I know. Oh.
So Black Adam, I think, is a very strong character in DC's lineup. And it should be done well. I think they should.
Well, they're bringing in the Justice Society. So that is something I can't wait for.
Niles nailed it. I'm hoping Black Adam isn't just Hobbs and a cape.
I don't think it will be because, he's put so much into this already that I'm praying I'm right, guys.
Yeah, I do too. For the future of DC, I hope you are too. I really do, just for the record. Jay Smith says, when The Rock was wrestling, he practiced comedy on a regular basis. He was hilarious. Not surprised. He's been good in comedies. He was great in Pain and Gain. That movie freaked me out, man. When I found out that movie
was hilarious.
Did you know that was all based on a true story?
Yeah.
Like a majority of that stuff really happened?
Dude, I watched there was a documentary after, like, I'd seen the movie, and then I watched the documentary about it, and it was just talking about how true the movie was, and I was losing it. It was so funny.
That movie's hilarious if you guys haven't seen it. That being said, it's more of a matured audience type of movie, but it's great. Good show. Andrew Dodge says, Black Phoenix or Dark Phoenix? We were talking about the Dark Phoenix, like from the comics. There's a whole. I would refer to it as a story arc of Dark Phoenix as its own character, and I'm going to word it that way because of what happens in the comic books. But in the movie, it was entirely different. But there was a really rad fight scene in that movie where she's like pulling the guys and they just evaporate. That was pretty sick. Rhodos Kirby says, do you think that the Batman show that should be first and all to get that Energizer Bunny out of the way? I mean, the man that goes on and on. Oh, the Discount Alfred. I think that's what Rose is talking about, is Discount Alfred. I would pay good money for more Discount Alfred. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know why Matt just zoomed in on my freaking forehead. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Hi. I'm Andrew from Crypto Comics. How are you? You go sign up today, cryptocomics.com. I have no idea why my compatriot just made me go full screen, but it's more fun this way, I guess. How's everybody doing? Good? Good. All right, keep checking in the chat here. Andrew Dodge says, oh, okay, you're referring to X-Men Dark Phoenix. That's what I thought. Oh, yes. So that being said, I think we got through all of our news. I'm double checking right now. It looks like we did. So with that, we'll round everything up. Rose, make sure you check inside of the chat on the different platforms. Hey, Matt's back, yay, and he's muted. Make sure you go back through, and everybody that's interested, let's make a game out of this. Let's have some fun. Let's make like the most epic Halloween soundtrack ever. I think it'd be Be a hell of a lot of fun. Hell of a lot of fun. With that, let's close the stream out. I think Matt's saying that he's having some technical difficulties. Nod your head yes.
Nope. I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'm good now, right?
I was just gonna make fun of you. I had a perfect joke lined up. I was gonna be like, nod your head yes if you're a complete dork, and you'd be like, oh no. So, all right. So
Well,
thank you
I
everybody
think I'm
for
good.
joining us.
I'm back.
Yay! Back just in time for us to roll the credits. Do you have anything left to say, Matt?
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell, do all that kind of stuff.
Look at this
Share
guy
it out.
go.
Share it out.
Share it everywhere.
Share the love.
Send our love to your parents, to your children, to your cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, relatives, your doctor. That weird person you sit next to on the train that smells a little bit funny. Share it. Thank you. Thank you, citizen.